Hello, Daniel.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. What about you?
Yes, I'm doing good. How is your life in Norway?
Yeah, summer is approaching, and I have come across a harsh winter, and I survived.
I think it's your first winter, right?
No, it's my second.
Oh,
winter.
second winter.
second
Yeah,
winter.
yeah. So, why you came to Norway? What was your purpose to come here?
I came as a student actually.
Okay.
And, I wanted to do my master in theology, MTH.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking for colleges where it's available, and I found Norway the cheap and best. Actually, not cheap; it's absolutely free of cost that I could study here. So I moved here to get my degree. Actually,
Oh, at that time you are the, I think, luckiest one, right?
yeah,
Because from last year they start charging the heavy fees,
yeah,
tuition fee, but
true.
till your time it was free of cost, right?
Yeah. I can say like in our college, we are last batch to get free education.
So apart from your study, are you working somewhere?
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
working. I'm
so-
working in a company, burger company.
Okay,
I make
okay.
burgers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that was your first job or in Norway or?
Yeah, that is my first, and it's still continuing.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Then-
didn't change any work. I'm just by the time I arrived here, I joined working in part time in burger shop. Then
Okay.
still working there.
How is it manageable to your expenses, working part-time and doing study? Is it manageable or how is it going on?
Yeah, sometimes it is tiring. A person like me, those who never worked before, actually, like to be honest, in Nepal,
Yeah.
yeah, I was full time in the ministry.
Okay.
Yeah, I was full time in church ministry. And like you're a pastor. So when we
Mhm.
are in the church ministry, our job is just to use our mouth,
Yeah.
isn't it? They're
Yeah.
always talking with people, preaching and teaching, and preparing sermons and everything. And part-time teacher in another college, Bible College,
Mm.
and then engaged in my another ministry, like organizational work,
Okay.
working in a high profile. I had a kind of high profile. Founder of Tamar Mission Nepal, teacher in the Bible College, and then a full-time ministry in the church. So I never had to do a kind of a heavy work or hard work or standing 8 hour or doing a labor work. That's why for me it was in the beginning. It was very difficult.
So, are you mentally prepared at that time when you came to Oslo? Have you ever thought that I'm going to Norway and maybe I'm working this much hour and at the same time I'm doing my study? Have you ever thought on that way, or are you mentally prepared on that time, or it was like a kind of shock to you?
No, I was prepared actually mentally.
Okay.
No, though physically not, but mentally I was, because I was constantly in touch with my uncle here in Norway.
Okay,
and he
okay.
told me that okay, you come here, I will provide you a job, you will work in a burger company, because he was working there.
Okay.
And he was sure, that 100% sure that he will make me to work there. And
Okay.
I was also prepared, okay, I will go and work in a burger shop. I was very happy that from Nepal itself my job is almost done. Like
Okay.
my job is fixed. So I came here, but I didn't know how it will look like to work 7 to 8 hours in a burger shop.
Yeah.
And the first experience was in a festival. There was a festival in August in 2022,
Okay.
and in that festival they had a small install for
Okay.
a burger shop. And they called me there. They said, okay, this is your job, you have to start here. And they asked me to smash burger. So I went there and I had to smash burger. And that is my first time in my life that I'm smashing burger.
Mm-hmm.
And that what we call grill.
Yeah.
Grill was too hot, and I had to clean it often, and it was burning my hand, and I had to stand there continually for 6 to 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And at that night when I was going home, and that 3 day I worked with my uncle, so I was little happy. Okay, uncle is with me, we
Yeah.
are traveling together. And then I thought, okay, it's a relaxing, since it's a festival time also,
Yeah.
like people were on a festive mood, and we were happy. And I got money and I was excited. Like I thought like, okay, this is the money that we get here.
Yeah.
I was so relaxed. But next time when I joined properly company with contract and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to work alone without my uncle, and I knew no one there.
Mm-hmm.
Just everyone was very new. And then I was working in Groenland, and then night, nearly 2 o'clock, midnight, I was going home alone in the bus. And in my mind, everything was just going around. Why you are here? You are not here to make burgers. You are here to study, or you have a higher goal. You are a person, one who is working and dealing with officials in Nepal. But now here, what's my identity? It's like a restaurant worker, smash burger. And that night I feel like I was totally humiliated, emotionally completely broken. But still, I survived those things. And slowly it became kind of habit for me. Work 3 days and 4 days, totally focus, forget everything and focus on studies, and then do other job, like a be in the church or engage in ministry.
Then now you're quite happy.
To be honest, I'm not totally happy, but I had learned to be content. And one thing that for sure that what I feel is like this is what it is now. For the time being, I have to deal with this thing, and I have to accept the reality. Like until I finish my studies and engage full time in the ministry, get that position. Until that, I have to remain like this. And I have to prepare myself day by day, and every day I have to prepare myself. Okay, what's job today? Okay, either in restaurant or in the church or my studies, and focus and work. But the one thing is like what we get payment here is good. I'm satisfied with the payment. Like whatever we get, we can manage our expenses and living expenses are met. It's a good thing here.
So you already told that you were in full-time ministry in Nepal. So you were doing ministry, church ministry, or also you were teaching in a Bible school, right? And suddenly you just came to Norway and you start working as a part-time, and also you're doing the study, and also you are involving in a kind of ministry in the church, Nepali church. Today, many peoples are like they are involving in ministry, and also they are doing a job for their survival. When we see in the Bible, even the Apostle Paul, he did the tent making ministry. He worked some time making tents to earn money, and at the time he did his mission work. And following his example, today many people, they emphasize in tent making ministry. And how you evaluate the tent making ministry? Is it like can we, as a minister or as a pastor, can we survive always like this, or is it for short time, or is it for short duration, and after that we can make a transition, and so we can shift again in full-time ministry? So how was your experience, and how you evaluate this tent making ministry? Is it like it has to go always like this, or is it for short duration?
It depends on calling actually. Like if I'm called for a full-time ministry, then I have to focus on full-time ministry. But there are times, until and unless I get that full-time position, whether my church is able to afford me full-time ministry. Because when I'm in the full-time ministry, at the same time I have to look after my family also. I have to meet my daily expenses. And if my church is not yet ready to afford me full-time ministry, then tent making ministry, like working part-time, could be an option for you to survive that period of preparation. Once you finish that preparatory time, like it's not like always I will work part-time and give my time to the church the rest of the time. No, church has to think about that, like how long we can just hire our pastor part-time. There will be certain plans, and church has to develop their plannings and then prepare fund, like how we can hire our full-time pastor. Once church is ready, once you have prepared your church to afford you full-time, then it's the time to leave your other job, as Paul left his tent making and entered in a full-time. Again, he started his journey to preach gospel. At the same time, then pastor also can leave other job. Like the same way, like in my point of view, now I'm working part-time. But in my heart, like I will not always work, because my calling is full-time ministry. That I'm 100% sure. Like I cannot go on
Yeah.
I know, like, until unless I finish my studies, I have to do this one.
Yeah.
This is the only option I have now, right now.
Yes.
So I can go on with like this. But when the time will come, I have to jump in the full-time ministry.
Okay.
That is, but your calling, if your calling is not a full-time ministry,
Yes.
like you are a worker,
Yeah.
and you want to give your certain amount of time to church and ministry,
Yeah.
then you can continue with your job, whatever job you're doing, or your businesses you are running. You do that, and rest of the time you can give to ministry.
Yeah.
It depends on your calling.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's right. It depends in a person's calling. If he is called to be a part-time, or he works like 3-4 days, his regular job, and he involved in ministry like 1 day, I think that's okay.
Yeah.
But those who are called for the full-time ministry, so they need to jump in a full-time ministry.
Yeah. And they have to prepare the basics, They have to prepare the basics. Like one problem now, what I see in the context of Nepal or in other world also, like pastors, when they come in the ministry, before preparing their church to afford them full-time ministry, they jump in full-time ministry, leaving their all job and everything.
Yes.
And people can criticize me, like saying like you have to have a faith that God will provide everything. Yeah, God is able to provide everything, but at the same time we have to be very conscious about our circumstances. And then whatever is going on around us, we have families, you have children to feed,
especially.
And you have to take care of their medications, their education, everything. And when pastors jump in the full-time ministry without preparing church to afford them, they have to struggle with everything. Every day they have to think twice whenever they attempt to do something, and that will be kind of pressure that the pastors always go through in Nepal. Most of the pastors I know, they always have gone through this kind of situation because church was not ready to afford them. So it's their primary duty to prepare church. At the same time, while preparing church, they have to have some other work that they could do, or they have to have some skill that they can sell to others, that they can get some money. Because when I was in Kathmandu, I was teaching part-time Bible college. They paid me a little bit because my church was not paying me completely. So my Bible college paid me a little bit. And the funny thing is, like, I was running organization and I have to pay my staffs in organization. So what I do is full-time, daytime, I'm in my college, I'm with my believers and doing my organizational job. And night, from around 6 to 11 o'clock, I used to go for a Pathau ride. I have done a Pathau ride. And it's very funny. And I like it actually, doing a Pathau ride. And when my customer, they talk to me, they ask, what you do? And I tell them, I teach in college, and I'm a director and a founder of this organization. We have staff, and I pay for them. They say, then why are you doing Pathau ride? I have to do it because I have other people to feed, and I have a family. I'm a responsible man. And so, I didn't see any other option, so I did Pathau ride. Maybe now in Nepal, people are very clever, and then people are very smarter than me. They may get better opportunity than what I did. They don't have to ride Pathau, but they may have a very good skill that they can sell. They may have a very good business knowledge that they could do business and then do ministry and prepare church. And once church is ready to afford you full-time ministry, jump in a full-time ministry, do whatever you want to do for the Lord's sake. Then ministry will grow, church will grow, your life will grow, and you will be happy. Yeah, and this is what I'm doing now. Until I go in a full-time ministry, I have to survive this transitory period of my life.
I think that's the good idea, because we have seen many people, they struggle with their financial problem because especially they are in ministry, but their ministry cannot pay enough sufficient money to support their family. At the same time, they don't have skills, and lack of skill, they are not getting a proper job. And also, so if they want to do the business, they are lacking money. They start a business. So these are some of the problem I think the people are facing, those who are in ministry.
The very good point actually you brought is the skill. When I landed in Norway and I was looking job vacancies, where I can work and get more. And I realized that time I'm a person without any skill.
Yeah.
I feel so humiliated. you
With
know.
the degree, without skill.
Yeah. I didn't have any skill, Like they asked, can you cook this one? I said, no. I'm not a proper chef that I could cook something. Do you know how to make like a sushi or a gimbap? No, I don't know. Have you ever worked in a canteen and served people? I said, no. Are you a professional waiter? No. And are you a professional plumber or the electrician? I said, no, I have nothing. Like I said, okay, I have done my bachelor in sociology, and I have done my bachelor again in Master of Divinity. And so I thought I have something. Then say, are you certified? I'm not. Do you have any certification that you can teach children? No, I don't have any certificate. I'm not certified for anything. Even I'm not certified choir leader. I'm not certified preacher. I'm nothing. I'm not certified in anything. And that became a big challenge for me. So I had to work in burger shop. And now at least I can say I know how to make burger.
So I think at the end of our conversation, maybe still there are a lot of people, those who are struggling in the same way. They are in ministry, but they are struggling to support their family. And they are having a lot of financial crisis, financial problem. And some of them are doing tent making ministry. Maybe, but not sufficient, or some of they have a vision to come in a full-time ministry, but the church is not able to pay enough. So what will be your suggestion from your experience to those people, those who are in a ministry or those who are doing tent making ministry? What will be your suggestion?
Yeah, maybe I'm not that worth to suggest those elderly people who are already in the ministry. Yeah. But I can say, like me, my friends, my people, so many Bible college students.
Yeah, those who are fresh and
those are very fresh,
stepping forward to the ministry.
Yeah. What I can tell them is, at least prepare yourself and make yourself certified, at least in some areas. That will help you in the life later to run your life. At least be certified in, and at least learn something. Have some skill. Now, I cannot list out all these skills. What are these skills? Everything is a skill now. Whichever job you want to do, whatever course you want to fulfill, or at least if you want to be a preacher or a pastor, be certified. Get that certification. If you want to run leadership course, get from such a team that they may certify you. Like a so-and-so person is now able to teach this course. Either for the kids, for children, must be a certified. You be certified. My wife, she doesn't have theological education, but she is certified Sunday school teacher because she got that course from CEF, the Children Evangelical Fellowship. They certified her to be a trainer. She's certified trainer for that course. Now, wherever she can go, she can stand and say, I'm certified to do this one. But I have theological knowledge, but I'm not certified yet. We have to look things very technically nowadays. Whether I'm getting certified or no. If you're learning some skill, ask your service provider, will you certify me or just give me training and go away? Learning skill is very important, and getting certificates also very important. You be certified. At least you must, at the end of the day, when you show your CV, people will see your CV whether you're certified or not. And then when you work, certification is important, and when you work, you will show your skill, and and the skills are always evolving. It develops by the time. So learn something to do, learn life lessons, and if your church is not ready, prepare your church. Take them in that model, how your church be a self-sustaining church. Develop connections, build up relationships, and prepare for that one. That's my suggestion. I think it's very less, but it is what it is.
I think it's a blessing for many people, those who are listening us, because we have gone from such a struggle, and our struggle might be a lesson to listener, those who are listening us. I think it's very nice to have you and to listen your valuable experience.
Thank you so much.
In Norway. So what do we do now?
Close now.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences, and good luck.
Thank you so much, Pastor. Thank you.
May God bless you.
Amen.